Hi, my name's Mackenzie Barber, and I'm a speech-language pathologist at Blossom Behavioral Wellness Center. Today, I'm going to give you a few tips and strategies that you can use at home to increase engagement and build language skills with your child during play routines. You can also use these during daily activities like doing the dishes, making the bed, getting dressed, or even during simple activities like bath time. Play is the way that kids learn language, cognitive skills, social skills, and they're super important for development of our kids. So during this time, even though it's really crazy, whether you have 30 minutes, you have 5 minutes, or you really only have time during your daily routines, I hope that some of these strategies can help you build your child's language and cognitive skills. So, to start, as most of my clients know, and you would if I worked with you, I always sit face to face with my kids. I try really hard to stay at their level, so usually sitting on the ground or at a chair that's similar heights, and I like to be face to face. This really helps my kids be able to see my mouth, see what I'm doing, but also allows me to see what they're doing, so I can see what they're really interested in. Attention to. So this gets me to my second strategy, which is following your child's lead. If I bring out a toy and my kid really isn't interested in that, those words and those skills that I'm trying to teach him won't mean very much to him, and he won't be willing to take as many of those skills into the rest of his day. But if I'm working on an activity that he loves to do, those words and those skills mean a lot more to him, especially for our kids who we might have a little bit harder time getting that initial engagement. So for my really little ones who I'm having a hard time engage, I always love to do things that are super motivating for them. My last tip is narrating what you're doing. So for this, I usually have multiple of the toy that we're playing with. So if we have cars, and my kid really loves cars, I always have a car as well. And I usually copy what they're doing, and then I add a little bit as well. So I use the words that they would use during that action. So let's say they're driving the car, I drive the car, and I say, vroom, vroom, we're driving the car. Maybe I make my car hop. Maybe I spin the wheel and I add singing wheels on the car. There are just different ideas to expand the play that your kid is typically doing and to make sure that you're doing something really exciting for them to hopefully keep them there as long as you can. So I'm going to give some examples of words and ideas and play actions and sounds that you might be able to use with some toys that I think you would have handy at home and that most kids like. My first toy or activity is bubbles. I love bubbles because they're super engaging for kids. They really like them. They're mess-free, and they usually have to have this face-to-face interaction. I also love bubbles because they're usually this one isn't a good example, but a lot of people have bubbles that have a screw top. For our toddlers, they might not be able to do that on their own, so they usually are that's presenting them with a communication opportunity to get some help to open those bubbles. So some words I might use with bubbles, I might start the routine with ready, set, go. And as we do that routine a couple times, I might pause right before go to see if my kid is gonna say go. I also can use really important words like blow, bubbles. You can implement more bubbles. You can say yay at the end. You can go pop, 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 pop with all of your bubbles. Another activity that I know a lot of my kids really love is Play-Doh. I love Play-Doh because there's plenty so that we can both have a little bit. And then what we can do with Play-Doh, we can do pretend play by making a snowman. We can roll balls. We can make snakes. You can do so many things with Play-Doh. And there are a lot of action words that go with Play-Doh as well. We can smush Play-Doh. We can pat Play-Doh. We can roll Play-Doh. Another activity that's really fun is just singing songs. A lot of my kids really stay engaged when I get to sing with them. So we'll sit face to face and I'll pick a nursery rhyme that I know they like. So Wheels on the Bus is really popular. Itsy Bitsy Spider, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, If You're Happy and You Know It. And making sure to do those motions with your child, sitting with them face to face, maybe leaving some pauses strategically in the song so that your kid has a chance to fill it in for you, but also just really building that engagement and those routines is really fun with your child. I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, please visit us at info@blossombehavioral.org.